Hello everyone and welcome to this FPL Gameweek 15 deadline stream with me, Holly Shand. We already had the press conference stream which I finished 2 hours ago, back again taking you through to the midweek deadline which is at 6 p.m. UK time, 2 hours to go. Do not miss it. Hopefully a quieter stream than some, so hopefully I'll have plenty of time to answer all of your questions. If you are here, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We had the press conferences earlier, so we've got a decent amount of injury news to consider. Hopefully, if I go to this screen, you should be able to see that latest news. We haven't had a press conference from Eddie Howe at Newcastle United, unfortunately, this week. But we do know that Gordon trained with the main group today. So my advice to any Gordon owners is to keep him and start him. That's kind of the main concern that a lot of FPL managers will have going into this one. Just to note then, it's a midweek round of fixtures, 2 games today, 6 tomorrow and 2 on Thursday. If you're in the UK, it is the Amazon Prime round of fixtures, which is nice for change. Everton, Newcastle, Spurs and West Ham all playing on Thursday. Their press conferences aren't until tomorrow. So if you do own assets from those clubs, you are going in blind, which does put me off a little bit for things like captaincy. And Luton Arsenal, that's the game today. There's hope that we'll definitely likely to get some team news for Wolves Burnley, but Luton Arsenal is another key one that would be good to cover in today's stream. So if we do get any breaking news, as always, I'll update it on that tab. If you are in, do come and say hello in the chat and let me know if everything's working okay at the moment. 68 of you in already, so appreciate you joining me. I know it's been a few weeks since I've done a deadline stream, but these are going to be pretty consistent now till the end of the year. And as I mentioned already, hoping to hit 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We hit 28.5k on stream earlier, so that was nice. And I'm planning to roll the transfer this week. I've only got the one free transfer. Captaincy is up for debate though. The captain poll is live. We'll get into captain chat soon. Thank you to everyone that has joined me already. I can see a few of you in. CR7, XLM10. Already in with the question. VJ is in and modding. Appreciate that one. Ishak is in, as is J4KB3. David is in, he's a member. Nice to see you, David. Story with Red One is in, as is Ishak. So if you are in, come and say hello and start leaving those questions. And I'm going to do my best to answer as many as possible on the stream today. The tweet deck is open. Could probably do with an update, to be fair, because I think it's a tab that I've had open since earlier. See if there's anything interesting happening around. VJ said, please be patient, Holly, will get to your questions. And, you know, with it being a bit of a quieter one, I'll definitely be able to answer quite a few of you. Although we're getting up to 100 people in already, which is amazing. It'd be great to get to 100 likes as well. So if you are watching, make sure to hit that like button as well. Press conferences then. This is all the injury news we've got so far. Tom is in, another member. Nice to see you, Tom. The one press conference we missed earlier was the Aston Villa one. And Unai Emery said he was going to make some late calls with some tired and having small pains. It had been a brutal schedule for Villa with midweek Europa Conference League fixtures throughout the season. Quite a few injuries at Brentford. Obviously, Burmo is fit though, that's fine. He probably could start up front. We've got Jota going to be back fairly soon for Liverpool, which comes as a surprise. Potential rotation though for Liverpool in attack and at the back. No fresh injury concerns for De Zerbi, and a decision will be made on Matoma tomorrow. Eze will be back soon for Palace. Schlupp returns for this game week. Botman not back in training for Newcastle. Trippier is fine. Gordon spotted in training, which is good news for him. Nothing new from Fulham. Few others added to the injury list for Chelsea, and Nkunku is not back yet. Anyone asking for Anthony Gordon updates, all I've got is that a yellow box on screen. That's what it's there for, so keep referring to that. Nunes in training for City. Calvin Phillips has a chance of playing against Aston Villa. Doku hasn't been ruled out either. Chris Wilder is back for Sheffield United. Could we see a new manager bounce? Could we see Darwin bench for Liverpool tomorrow? There's a possibility. No new injury news at Bournemouth. This is the Gordon update. Working with the group this morning. We've got Christian Romero back for Spurs. Calvert-Lewin should be available for Everton. Dubravka set to start in place of Pope, who's out for 5 months. Tomiyasu has calf tightness, not a big issue, but will miss the game against Luton. Few bits and bobs around elsewhere. Haaland's avoided a ban after kicking off last week. Bayer suspended. That's kind of all we've got in terms of the injury news. But we've got the tweet deck, which is open. And hopefully we'll have some predicted lineups. I'm not sure if any have been posted yet. I'm just going to check in with Emma Jump the Wave to see if she's posted any at all. Nothing as yet, so we'll keep an eye on it. But obviously everything is there to refer to. I'll put my team back on screen for now. I'm going to focus now on your questions. So, because there's quite a lot in the chat, so thank you to everyone that has dropped questions in. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. Get the stream up to 100 likes. CR7 says, I'm considering selling cash for a Chelsea defender. What do you think? I think there's better options, if I'm honest. I like the Arsenal defence. If we have a look at predicted points for defenders over the next 4 game weeks, Pedro Porro in there, Arsenal defenders in there, Newcastle defenders in there, Spurs defenders in there, all ranked ahead of your suggestion of Chelsea defenders. We can also look at the fixture ticker. If we look over the next 6 game weeks, that will get us over the busy festive period. And defence potential for clean sheet. So Chelsea are up there, to be fair. I guess if you can buy a Chelsea defender and afford to bench them for the next couple, then they could do well in this next period. But Badiashile coming back, Reece James in and out. It's very difficult to predict the starters in the Chelsea defence, which just cause a bit of concern. VJ says, hi from Watford, home of the Hornets. And he also said, let's get the stream up to 100 likes. We're halfway there already with 50. J4KB3 says, should I do Watkins to Archer to fund Hwang to Son? No, I wouldn't do that. I feel like Watkins is a pretty good long-term hold. I know the next 2 fixtures aren't that easy, but we don't even know if Archer will be a starter in the Wilder era at Sheffield United. David says, hello, good to see you, David. Story with Radwan says, play DRB or Palmer. I'd go with Palmer because he's got that potential of penalties. Rannick says, let's get our beloved Holly to 30k before the year ends. I'd be absolutely buzzing if that did happen. Pranavizin says hello. Glenn says hi. Thank you so much to everyone that has chosen to join me. As I said, it is a bit quieter this one, so a good chance you'll get your questions answered. Leighton says, is it a good idea to switch Diaby, Trippier and Bowen for Salah and 2 other midfielders over the course of the next 2 game weeks? I don't really like radical moves, especially with a compressed schedule, because you do get more rotation. Trippier is 1 yellow off a ban, which is something to bear in mind. I don't know how easy your route to Salah's going to be, but I guess Salah is a very good pick who you kind of want to own. So you got to weigh up the pros and cons. What I would do, if you're not already a Fantasy Football Hub member, go check out the My Team tool, and it will analyse your transfers, and you can put your moves in, and it should tell you whether you'd be better or worse off for those moves. Now, it is for Fantasy Football Hub members this, but there's a 30-day free trial, so you can try it for free and see what you think. But yeah, you can put custom transfers in, and you can add certain filters, or you can even replace them on the pick page, and it will tell you whether you'll be better off or not, and you can look at how your team will line up for future game weeks as well. So I recommend checking that out to get your AI recommended transfers. 30-day free trial. Can't really go wrong with that, can you? Lots of questions on Gordon. It's on screen. No Newcastle United press conference today, but Gordon trained today with the main group. Somehow written trained twice there. Had a bit of a nightmare there, haven't I? How have I written trained twice? It's been a long day. Let me try this again. No Newcastle United press conference update, but Gordon trained today with the main group. Best laid plans. I was rushing. I thought I had loads of time. And then I was rushing. I don't know how I ran out of time. And then I was just getting set up for the stream, and then the doorbell went. But luckily, it was just a parcel. Hopefully that's updated. I'm not sure if that's done that. I'm also a bit worried that my PC will not keep up with things today. It's already not liking me. We're whirring. Let me know if I do cut out at any point. Hopefully it's fine, but I've just... What's Simon saying? It's trained what a train driver does to drive the train. Thanks for that, mate. Right, I think I fixed it. Unless it's disappeared completely. Disappeared completely. Should be back. Let's... Hang on, what do I need? There we go. It's there. I fixed it. I've lost my place in the chat already, which is not good news. Jacob says, should I do Watkins to Archer to Fun Twang to Son or not? I'm pretty sure I've answered that already. It was a no. Any news on Doku? Yeah, it's not been ruled out. I mean, I'll be surprised if he does start, but I think he'll likely be with the squad. Pranov said Diaby to Palmer and Kufal to Zinchenko for a -4. I'd probably just do Diaby to Palmer. I don't think the Kufal move is worth a hit. I think Kufal should be back. LV says South Africa in the house. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Simon said, please don't spam the chat, guys. You'll get more chance of having your question answered if we don't spam. I should be able to answer them all. I'm feeling confident. Just while we're on that, make sure you've liked and subscribed. There's 150 of you in, which is amazing. Thank you, guys. Let's get it up to 100 likes. It helps me get the stream out to more people, grow the channel, hopefully get that 30k for New Year. Michael says, should I keep Watkins or sell? He's a hold for me. If we look at the predicted points for forwards over the next 4 game weeks, he's third, which I don't think is a bad place to be. Steve said after selling the injured Watkins last week, there was no way I was going to sell Gordon this week. Yeah, patience is so important in FPL. I'm still telling myself off for not being patient enough. Stuart says, don't overlook Willian, massive differential. Yeah, penalties are so important to him though, aren't they? I just don't feel like this Fulham side is got enough goal scorers in it. Stephen says, wondering what the thinking is with playing Lascelles over Livramento. just feel like Livramento is more likely to get a rest than Lascelles. But that could change in future weeks. Also, there's the likelihood that Livramento could play further forward and I'll regret it. It was a tough call. If we look at predictions, Lascelles predicted to score 3.6 points, Livramento 3.3. I think minutes will be a factor in that if we just have a look at the predictions. Let's filter by Newcastle defenders. Yeah, so Lascelles predicted to play 90, Livramento just 75, and that's why really for this week. It's more about bums on seats. The Gordon update is on screen. He's trained today. Keep him, start him. Michael says Martinelli or Saka, gotta be Saka. Frankie says, should I play Gordon or Elanga because I've took a -4 for Elanga, or do I drop Núñez? I wouldn't have taken the -4 for Elanga because it makes it very difficult to bench him, but I still think he's probably the weakest of your front eight. Zenitsui says, should I bring in Saka for Bowen or play differential Trossard? Trossard has been doing well. Does he start though? Let's have a look at the... I mean, hopefully we'll get some leaks, which should help you. I do think Saka's pretty essential right now, but if you're having to bench Trossard, if you bring Saka in, it feels a little bit counterproductive. Again, Ben's predicted lineups article on the hub is for members, and you can get that with your 30-day free trial, which is pinned. Current prediction is Trossard doesn't start. With Ben predicting Havertz to come in, which I don't think is an unreasonable prediction. Killer Rat has popped in. Won't be here for long. Just wanted to drop in and say hi. Nice to see you, Killer Rat. I know these evening deadlines are pretty tricky, especially for those of you that have got young families. I had to pick my kids up from school, take them to Granny to look after them for me. Promoter says hi. Nick says, should I go Edouard to Isaac for a -4 before the price rise? I do think that move will work for you. Probably get it. Just a -4 is difficult, especially when there's no guarantees. It's just not a week to take a hit this game week. Jay Reese says start Højlund or Palmer. I'd go Palmer. Dr. Waleed said if Arsenal defence only consists of Tomiyasu, who do you think should replace him? Under 4.5 million. Let's look at defenders up to 4.5 million. Because Tomiyasu isn't going to play. Lascelles, but feels a bit short term. Badiashile feels too early. Ben Davis. It's a different... I don't mind Livramento, you know, out of those. Tom's at work in Massachusetts. What? You're listening to me. Keep working hard, Tom. Don't let me distract you. You know, these evening deadlines just cause carnage for everyone. Puts everyone out. We're used to the Saturday mornings. Will Zinchenko play? I think so. He's in the predicted lineup. Who else is going to play? Tomiyasu's out. Ishak says, should I start Stones or Isaac? Got to be Isaac. Could be on pens. Stones has got a tough fixture and no Rodri. Aladip says hi. Nelson says hi. Good to see you, Nelson. Another member in. Duffman says, is Gordon fine? Yeah, should be. Keep him, start him is the advice. Najas says, is Bowen good? Tricky fixture this week. I still think it could be a decent long-term hold if you've got this far with him. Gordon or Palmer, I go Gordon. Rannoch says, how does Diaby and Burmo sound, Holly? That sounds like a brilliant move. Get it done. Dr. Waleed, can Tomiyasu start from game week 16? Yeah, I mean, things could change tonight, but I feel like in the pecking order right now, Tomiyasu is ahead of White. But if White's going to start this game week, Tomiyasu could lose his place. Linford says, will Wilder be on the touchline? Yeah, I think he's meant to be. Lots of train jokes. I'm a bit behind in the chat. VJ says, keep the likes coming. There's 172 of you, and we're only 14 likes off 100 likes, which is amazing. Alex says, will Zinchenko... Yeah, I've done that one, haven't I? Sell Watkins for Isaac? No, keep Watkins. Kelleher or Dubravka? Got to be Dubravka. I feel like he's got more longevity. Alisson's back for the United game, which is next weekend, game week 17. Question, do I bench Núñez? I'm not convinced he starts. However, you'll be kicking yourself if he hauls and you've benched him. Who are the other options? Prara says, who should I start? Ferguson and Burmo. And Burmo's on pens, so it's got to be him for me. Lost my place in the chat again. Nick says, Saliba, Gabriel, Livramento, Anderson, Udogi need to bench too. I would bench Livramento and Anderson. I'm not convinced Núñez starts, no. Although I think on Ben's predicted lineup, he did have Núñez in. So, you never know. It's him or Diaz, isn't it? Dr. Waleed, bench Anderson or Udogi? Anderson. Is Núñez fit enough to be captain? No, don't captain Núñez. It's too many good options to risk it on Núñez. Rohit says cash replacement, Gabriel or Semedo. Got to be Gabriel of those two. We've made it to 100 likes, guys. Thank you so much. Also had a few new subscribers on this stream already. If you're one of them, come and say hello in the chat. Let me know. VJ says, let's get Holly's award-winning channel up to 30k by the new year. Let's get it done. Sam says, listening on the way home from work, stuck in traffic, making it bearable. Well, thank you, Sam. TG, should I bench João Pedro? I wouldn't do, because he's going to start and he's on pens. Duffman says, keep Gordon. Absolutely. Mod said, -4 Diaby and Burmo. I think that could even pay off. Anyek says, Zinchenko or Tomiyasu? Zinchenko. Simon, should I sell cash and who for? 3 million in the bank, but looking to go from Diaby to Son. If you can get to Saliba, I'd go Saliba. Unless you've got him already. Then I'd go Porro. George says, Son predicted more points than Salah. I agree, to be honest. Son, my captain this week. Yeah, this surprised me. These are on the Fantasy Football Hub predictions for this week. Another tool you can get with your 30-day free trial, which will cover you for the next 6 game weeks. This game week, Captain Son by 0.1 points over Haaland. And as I've mentioned already, I'm running the AI team. Here it is, look. And the AI team is up to 85k in the world. Last week, it scored 85 points with, I think it was 4 goals and 8 assists from the squad. Areola was the only player that blanked. This week, it's gone cash to Gabriel. Captain Son. It'll be the second time this season it's gone against Haaland captain. The last time it did, Haaland got a 16-pointer. So know the risks. Beardy says, Salah brace incoming, great captain choice. Yeah, I'm on Salah captain. If we got news that Saka definitely starts against Luton, I could be tempted. Haaland second on the poll. Son third, Saka fourth as things stand. Linford's got 3.9 million in the bank. You're going to have to remind me what your transfer dilemma was, Linford. Mad About FPL says, should I roll on back Taylor or bring in an Arsenal defender? I think 2 free transfers next week will be helpful, so just roll. George says, play Colwell or Livra. I'd go Livra. Ziad, thoughts on selling Alvarez for Cunha? I wouldn't do it, but don't let Simon tell you otherwise. Mad About FPL, good defenders to target. You've mentioned some already. I still like the Arsenal defenders. Porro looks good at the moment. Livramento still like as well. Brady, new managers for Sheffield at home. They'll be tougher to break down. Yeah, I agree with that. But then he says, rogue captain Hwang over Salah worth it? No, absolutely not. Salah, Haaland, Son, Saka. Like, those captain picks are so obvious. Salah, Son and Haaland. Sorry. Yeah, Salah, Son and Haaland all predicted to score over 7 points this week. It's got to be, you captain's got to go with one of them. Simon says, should I sell cash this week or do Diaby to Son? Have you got to start cash? Who is your other option? Probably Diaby to Son is the move. I think Martinelli will play. Rurpum says, should I captain Saka? I don't hate it, particularly if we got news that he's definitely starting tonight. That would definitely swing it in his favour. Simran says, start one, Martinelli or Ferguson. Martinelli. Joe, start Diaby or Brownhill. I don't love either. But City are missing Rodri, so maybe Diaby. Bongo, Captain Nunes or Watkins? I'd Captain Watkins of the two. Shah, start Simicas or Livramento. You'll probably see from my team, Simicas. Simon, it's not all about you. Keep the likes coming, guys. We're doing okay, to be fair. We're on 119. There's 175 of you in, which is amazing. I do appreciate every single one of you that is letting me take you through to today's deadline. We've got just over an hour and 30 minutes to go. Don't forget to lock in your transfers. I think it's possibly a little bit early for leaks yet, but we may have some predicted lineups on Twitter by now. So just hop over there, see what's happening. You can probably tell my PC's struggling just by the slowness that things are refreshing at the minute. Yeah, nothing on there at the moment. See what's happening on the tweet deck. All looks fairly quiet at the minute, but, you know, could change. What was that on Doku? Oh, nominated for Player of the Month. Not very relevant for this. See you later, Killer Rat. Thank you for joining. Killer Rat, one of our WhatsApp members. I have added that new member tier this week. It's $8.99 a month in the UK. If you did want to join at the WhatsApp members tier, just let me show you actually. So if you click Had a nightmare there. Try again. If you click the link in the chat, that will take you to the members page. And as a member, you can get the loyalty badges. That's at the first level, the budget pick. At premium pick, you of course get member shout outs. And at the captain pick, you get access to the WhatsApp members group. Some good guys in there already. So if you do fancy joining, it does help to support the channel. Got a super in from VJ. Thank you, mate. James or Trippier, please. I really don't like Reece James, so I'm going to say Trippier, but I do need to caveat it because he is only one yellow card away from a one-game ban. So you do need to have a little bit of strength on the bench for that to really pay off, VJ. But yeah, I wouldn't touch Reece James with the barge pole. Have you considered Trent? Although, to be fair, I think the next few, we need to be mindful of the fact that Alisson is out, which does dent the appeal of Liverpool's defence. But he's wrestled set pieces off of Szoboszlai, him and Tsimikas sharing them. Obviously, Tsimikas comes in for a bit of rotation as well, which does move him up the pecking order. So a few things to consider in there. You've only got 2 games until Alisson would be back if you did go with Trent. It's just a shame he's not playing that inverted fullback role that he was playing at the end of last season, because he was just sensational when he was playing there. Felix says Gordon or Martinelli. Gordon. Balsa with a benching dilemma. Dawson. Dingra. Mr. Millstream in from Sweden. Same as Killer at. Starts Saliba or Zinchenko. Got to be Saliba. Who would you bench out of Palmer and Gordon? I'd probably start them both, but if I was to bench either, it'd be Palmer. VJ also said welcome to all the overseas viewers. If you are one of the overseas viewers joining us, hit that like button. Whoa, I've lost my place in the chat again. I'm not too far behind in the chat though, guys. So keep the questions coming in. I will be able to answer most of them on stream today. That is the aim. Joel Gum says Pedro Porro or Lascelles. I think I'd go with Porro, knowing that Botman's going to be back in training soon. Shah starts Tsimikas or Livramento. Got to be Tsimikas. Isaac says, would you take a -4 to get rid of Cash? No, particularly if you've got a decent option on your bench. Jacob says, do I bench Nunes or Hwang? Hwang for me. Simon, should I sell Cash this week? Or go Diaby to Son? Diaby to Son. But who starts if you bench Cash is just my question. Question in from member Linford. Thinking of bringing in Solanke as my 3rd striker. Ah, yeah, remember now. You'd probably have to bench Palmer this week, though. Are you comfortable with that? That's my issue. I don't think it's a bad time of year to have a strong 8th attacker, but it does lead to benching headaches. Prometer. Sell Watkins for Isaac or roll the transfer and play Watkins. Got to hold Watkins now, I think. Taylor, I already have Tsimikas, Gabriel, Shaw and Kabore. Who do I bring in if I sell Cash? Saliba, Porro. That's where I'd go first. Connor says, would you buy Livramento instead of Kufal? Yeah, I would do. Aaron, bench Alanga or Palmer? I'd bench Alanga. I just realised I've still got the tweet deck open and there's not nothing too exciting happening at the moment. So I'm going to flick back to my own team. Planning to roll the transfer this week. Captain Salah. Keep the questions coming in, guys. We've nearly got as many likes on the stream as people in at the moment, which is brilliant. I'm not too far behind in the live chat either. Shaw, can you stop spamming the chat, please? Jeff says, would you start Palmer or Ward-Prowse? Palmer. Would I go Diaby to Gordon for a -4? No, I'd wait till next game week. First bench, Nketiah, Kufal or Taylor? Nketiah. I think Nketiah could start this game week. Sell Sterling, Højlund or Bowen? Start one. Oh, start. Bowen. Start two of Darwin, Bowen and Gordon. Darwin and Gordon. Pedro, Porro or Lascelles? I'd go Porro. Remisk, Diaby to Bowen or Diaz or who? I'm assuming you've already got on Burmo. Beyond that, I'd go Gordon and Palmer. Kaval says, thank you, award-winning Holly. I feel ready for the game week. Appreciate that one. Bowen v Sterling this game week. I just got more faith in Bowen than Sterling. So he's had like a little bit of an issue. He's away. I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's probably a 50-50, but I just prefer Bowen. Bench Palmer or Jackson? Probably Jackson. Cricky's captain in Saka. Nice call. Good luck. Wayne says start Mitchell against Bournemouth or Taylor. Mitchell. Will João Pedro start? Probably. There's not a lack of options at Brighton. Dr. Walid, Alvarez v João Pedro to start. João Pedro's on pens. I think they'll both play. I think João Pedro's got the easier fixture. I think Alvarez has got more upside. Let's have a look at their predicted points this week. So Alvarez is on 4.2 predicted points. João Pedro, 2.3. There you go. Livramento v Gay. Well, Livramento's on 3.3 predicted points. Gay is on 3.7. Something quite interesting there on Nkunku, who was expecting to be back by now. He's taken a little knock to the ankle. Predicted lineups are starting to come in from Emma Jump the Wave. I'm going to just open this in another tab just so that it's easier for you guys to see. I think that'll be easiest. Let's move to the big screen for this one. So we've got United predicted lineup is Onana, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Menu, Fernandes, McTominay, Rasmus, Garnacho, possibly Anthony. Chelsea predicted lineup: Sanchez, James, Badiashile, Silva, Colwell, Enzo, Caicedo, Mudryk, Jackson, Sterling, Palmer. Don't know if there's any others that I've missed while I've been chatting. Yeah, Villa predicted lineup just come in. Martinez, Cash, Konza, Torres, Dean, Louise, Kamara, McGinn, Diaby, Watkins, Tielemans. So maybe Diaby's a hold. Go back to the new screen so that you can see Gordon trained with the main group today. I would keep him and start him. Please be patient with questions. I am getting through them. Andrew Barton, I think Liverpool have a field day against the Blades. A new manager will make no difference. History says managers returning aren't good. Interesting viewpoint. Are you a bit biased there, Andrew? Hesham says play Mitchell or Simicas. I'd play Simicas. Mada, Gordon or Kulusevski in for Diaby or keep Diaby. I do like the move for Gordon if it's a free transfer. Zane asks for anything on Pedro Neto. Not seen anything, actually. Wolves press conference was yesterday, I believe. Yeah, it looks like he's out still. Sarr could be back, though, which is a big boost. We've got Arsenal predicted lineup now as well. Araya, White, Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko. Rice, Odegaard, Havertz, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. It's a prediction. Online creature, bench one, Anderson from Palace, Tsimikas or Diaby. Probably Anderson of those, I'd say. Zane says Strakosha or Areola. Well, Strakosha's not going to start, so Areola. Start Gordon or João Pedro? Gordon. Mo Sherry. Start two of Darwin, Bowen, Gordon. Darwin and Gordon. Stop spamming the chat, though. Would you start Diaby, Cash, Branthwaite, Archer, or take a -4 to replace Diaby? I wouldn't take the hit, no. Gary. Nice to see you, Gary. Hi, Holly. Who would you bench between Bomo, Huang, Darwin or Isaac? Huang. Nick. Thanks for answering. Edward or Diaby to start? Edward. Anyone that's spamming is just going to get put in timeout, guys. Luis. Another one. Is Trent worth it? We've just had a quick discussion on Trent. He could be. I mean, in terms of predicted points for defenders over the next... Let's stay next 6 for defenders. Trent is well up there. He's top. He's back on set pieces. So I think he could do well. Jeff says start Palmer or Ward-Prowse. I'd go... Palmer. Tsimikas or Gay? I'd go Tsimikas. Gordon or Kulu in for Diaby or keep Diaby. If you've got a free transfer, then I'd get Gordon in for Diaby. But I wouldn't take a hit or anything like that. Just having a check through that we've not got any leaks coming through. We've got an hour and 15 minutes till the deadline. Keep an eye on the tweet deck as well. I think we're okay. A few more predicted lineups in. So let's have a look at these from Emma Jump the Wave. Yeah, Simon says, can we ease up on the spam in the chat? You're just going to get put in timeout if you do spam. Right. Emma has... Let's have a look. Spurs predicted lineup. Vicario, Romero, Udogi, Davis, Porro, Kulu, Bissouma, Lo Celso, Son, Johnson, Højbjerg. That's prediction. And then predicted lineup from Brighton. Steele. Veltman, Van Heck, Igor, Gross, Matoma, Milner, Buonanotte, João Pedro, Ferguson. Could be rotation at Brighton, to be fair. That looked a bit messy. Liverpool predicted lineup: Kelleher, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate. Tsimikas only at 62%, could easily be rotated. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Jones, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo, Darwin at 41%. Tell you what, if that Liverpool lineup comes out and I've got 3 Liverpool players and only one of them starts, Salah, at least I've got him as captain. We'll see what happens. This is what happens with midweek game weeks, though, guys. You've got to expect the worst. Zul, start Solanke or Jackson? Solanke. Hassan says, do I think that Darwin will shine? I'm not even convinced he starts. Kyler, starts Tsimikas or Gabriel? Probably Gabriel. Otto, should I sell Watkins? No. Decky says, is Tsimikas a starter? He's not. No. Mark, Martinelli to Son for a -4. I think I'd just do it next week for free. Interesting question I'm just seeing from Pulse Driver. Any strategy ideas for Bowen in the coming fixtures? I mean, I think he's got the potential to be fixture proof. Just hold him and play him. Taylor or Bowen to start? Bowen. Michael's asked, should I use my 2 free transfers to bring in Gordon for Diaby and Porro for Mitchell, or just the one? Could also go Diaby to Saka and Watkins to Kuna or someone under 6.3. Getting Saka in would be key. But I wouldn't sell Watkins to do it. So yeah, do the transfers that you suggested. Alvarez to Isaac or roll? I think I would roll. X Flynn, is it worth a -4 to get rid of Diaby? No. Sam B says, I believe this is Darwin's week. I guess I have to after taking a Watkins out for a -4. Join the club. Thank you to the mods, by the way. VJ, Akshat, Nigel. Doing an amazing job. Thank you for that, guys. There's 175 of you in still, which is fantastic. And we've had 20 new subscribers since I've gone live. If you are watching and you don't already subscribe to the channel, this is definitely the time to do it. Hamza, Captain Son for me. Nice move. Good luck. Jawar, bench 1, Alvarez, Nunes, Bowen. Probably Nunes at this point. Please don't spam the chat, guys. I've put another 3 people in timeout there. Travels with Gigi is in. Hey, Holly. Should I do Douglas Luiz to Trossard? No. Or Mbermo? Yes. Or just play Luiz. Can't afford Saka. I'd get him, but... I'd get Mbermo, but just be mindful that he does blank in game week 18. His game against City postponed because City are in the Club World Cup. We've got the stream up to 150 likes, so thank you, Akshat, for peddling the like button. Manchester, how many points do you think Son, Haaland, Salah, Nunes will get this week? I think Son will go double digits. I think Haaland might be a 6. Salah, double digits. Nunes, 1. I'm not hopeful for Nunes at all. Question on goalkeepers from Nikolai. Areola or Flecken to Dubravka? Depends if you need the funds. Probably Areola. Yeah, Team Super Dry as well today. Jumper. T-shirt. Cup. Still not sponsored by Superdry. VJ says a gold medal to all likers. Let's get it done. Luke says, I thought Silva would have got a rest. Yeah, it looks okay. I mean, if you're missing Rodri, you need that experience on the pitch somewhere, don't you? Adam says Zinchenko or Diaby. Zinchenko. That TPS player, Captain Haaland, Saka or Salah. I would rank them Salah top, Haaland second, Saka third. FPL semi-casual is in. Looks lovely, as always. Shaz, start Solanke or Jesus? Probably Jesus. Sachin, suggest me a wildcard team. Again, I'm going to take you to Fantasy Football Hub. 30-day free trial on at the moment, so you can get this for free. Using the link in the chat or in the description. If you go on to my team and go on to the AI teams, it will give you the best AI wildcard team for this week. It's got Areola Strakosha as the goalkeepers, and that's because there's a triple up on Newcastle elsewhere with Trippier, Lascelles and Gordon. A backline of Porro, Trippier, Tsimikas with Lascelles and Kabore as subs. Son, Salah, Saka, Palmer, Gordon, Haaland, Darwin. I'd probably have Watkins in over Darwin on wildcard. And I know Mbermo blanks in 18, but I think I would have Mbermo on wildcard as well and deal with it in 3 weeks. So there's a few changes from there, but it's a very good starting point for a wildcard team. Remember, the Hub's actual AI team that I've been running since the start of the season is top 100k right now. I only think it's going to climb from here. JWA, would you start Darwin or Alvarez? I'm pretty sure I've done that one before already. Maybe Alvarez. Son as captain is fine. Shahir, who should I bench between Tsimikas, Gay or Gordon? Gay. Declan, would you sell Diaby for Saka? Yes. FPL semi-casual bullying me over how I say AI again. Like, I don't know what's wrong with AI. Like, why do you think I'm saying it wrong? How do you say it? I don't know. Let's see if we've got any more predicted lineups. No sign of any leaks yet, but we are an hour out. And we're 2 hours out from the Arsenal team being confirmed. No more predicted lineups. That's okay. Let's have a look on the tweet deck. Some predicted lineups from Harry, which could be worth looking at. Shamil says, any news on Arsenal? No, not yet. I know they play tonight, but it could be too far away from the deadline to get the leaks that we really want. Should be quite quiet-ish on the tweet deck tonight, particularly from journalists' accounts, just from the time of day. Any good defenders under 4.7? Don't mind the Newcastle defenders. I don't think Tomiyasu starts against Luton, so I wouldn't go there. Colwell, Badiashile coming back's an issue. There's not a lot of choice. It honestly is a bit of a wasteland with defenders at the moment, I'll be honest. Adam says Diaby or Zinchenko. I think I said Zinchenko. What do I think of Cunha as a differential third forward? I hate it. Simon thinks it's a great differential, though, for 2 weeks. Fabuzlated is in. Keep hitting that like button, guys. And subscribe to the channel if you don't already. We are on the road to 30k. Only 1,450 needed to get there by the end of 2023. Yazine wants to start captain one of Jesus or Trent. Jesus not absolutely nailed for a start this week after coming back from injury. Trent a defender. Without Alisson, I would not do it. Captaincy needs to be Haaland, Salah, Son or Saka. I'm still putting people in timeout for spamming the chat. Porro or Mitchell? Porro. Chantal, start Colwell or Gay. Have Simicast, Lascelles and Cash also. Gay. Bernardo Silva is a differential. Don't mind it, Rupert. It's got to be involved, especially with Rodri out. Harry, Anderson or Taylor? Anderson. Mang, is it worth buying Gordon? Yeah, I think I would probably buy Gordon this week. It's raining now. Can you hear the rain? No, I don't think you can, actually. I think we're good. Is it worth buying Gordon? We've done that one. Ori, Simicast or Watkins? Watkins. Yeah, it's super dry. Track and field, TF. I was going to look inside, but I can't be bothered to take it off. Oscar, should I sell Ward-Prowse for Palmer or Hwang or keep him? I'd go Ward-Prowse to Palmer. I'll probably have the Christmas jumper on by next week. Nelson can't afford Saka. Martinelli hat-trick loading. Love it. No, there's no guarantees that Gabriel will start for Arsenal today. Just got to hope. Nelson says, who would you start, Archer or Diaby? Diaby. Akshat says, Gordon is good, but Barnes is waiting. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be back yet. And even if he is, I don't think he's first choice. Yeah, Andrew says, watch Ariola not concede this week. Probably with everyone selling him, he'll become like this incredible asset. Ryan says, I've got 5 players going to the Africa-Asia Cup. What do I do? I mean, it's 5 game weeks away. I wouldn't worry too much. Gordon should play. You've got the update there. No press conference today, but it was in training today. Haaland or Son captain? I think Haaland's just got the edge for me, but Son, Hub put Son top of the predictions for this week, which is surprising. Son on 7.8 predicted points, Haaland on 7.7, Salah on 7. Tuzdid, any differential captain option? I've got Salah, Son, Saka, and Burmo Haaland. They're fine. You don't need to go differential. It's going to be quite split captaincy this week, and I feel like when it's split, you don't need to do anything special. Declan, next week when I sell Alvarez, if I can't afford Watkins, can I go Isaac or Pedro? Yeah, they're fine. We are 1 hour off the deadline. I'm almost caught up with the chat. We are keeping an eye on any team leaks. I think it's all good at the moment. No leaks as far as I can see. I've got WhatsApp open. I've got a load of other things open. So if we was to get a leak, I would have it covered. But at the moment, it all looks quite quiet. I'm not convinced we'll get a leak because we have to bear in mind that the Wolves-Burnley game, those lineups will have to be locked in at 6:15. So you could potentially get a leak on that. But the Luton-Arsenal team sheet won't need to be locked in till 7 p.m, an hour after the deadline. So with it being further away from the deadline, it's less likely that we'll get a leak. But we'll try. That's what we're here for. Stick with me and I'll have it covered. Make sure that you're hitting the like button as well and subscribing to the channel. I was going to look at the tweet deck to see what's going on over there. Check we've not missed anything important that's going on. It's all quiet at the moment. I think we're okay for now. So I'll go back to your questions, if that's the case. Scott has asked, which one of Colwill, Anderson or Lascelles to start? Lascelles. Would you start Anderson or Taylor? Anderson. Pretty sure I've answered that one already as well. Good defenders below 5 million. There's not many. Gabrielle. Glyn has asked. Whoa, I've lost my place again. Transfer Gordon Watkins to Son Solanke for a -4. No, just hold. Edwards or Palmer? Palmer. Start Gordon or João Pedro? Gordon. Do I think Darwin's a good pick? I think if you've got him, you hold him, but I wouldn't buy him. Gakpo or Nunes? I think Gakpo's minutes look a little bit more assured at the minute. Ryan. Goalkeeper in team, Turner and Pickford. Should I take a -4 for Dubrovka? No, don't take a hit for a goalkeeper. Just do it next week. Hesham. Start Mitchell or Tsimikas? I would start Tsimikas. Nelson, start Archer or Diaby? I'd start Diaby. Coach says, great content as always. Thanks for putting this up for us, Holly. You are a huge help. Thank you, Coach. I'm just pleased people have joined. And I have not done a deadline stream for a while. I've had been on Sky Sports a fair few times. Had some children's parties as well, but back with you today. No news on the Arsenal squad yet, guys, but we're keeping an eye on it. Ankit, who to start, Gordon or Darwin? Gordon. Nick says, would you start avoiding AFCON and Asia Cup players? No, we've got 6 game weeks between now and then. You can't avoid a player that's going to get you serious points over the next 6 game weeks just because they blank in next month. Tom Sorry, Mitchell or Lascelles? Lascelles. Andy Robertson, thank you for joining. Is it time to get rid of Haaland? He doesn't do much. No. He's been banging form the last few games. 3 goals, 3 assists in the last 3. Saka captain, sounds okay. I think Luton will be difficult to break down at home. But if we get news a leak that he starts, it then elevates him in the captain conversation. Cash or Mitchell? Mitchell. Vineeth, Ferguson over Gordon. Should I start him? No, I don't think so. Fineza, start Saka or Odegaard? Saka. Start Palmer or Bowen? That's a tricky one. Probably Palmer because he's on pens. Femi's bringing in questions from his family members now, really making the most of that membership, Femi. 2 free transfers, bringing Dubravka and Gordon in for Turner and Diaby, or just make the Gordon move and roll the other. No, I think the move for Dubravka's good, especially if you've got Areola as your other keeper. I'd start Palmer over Bowen. I wouldn't go Lo Celso, no, Praz. Or Pav, sorry. Chantel, I would bench Areola. Just feel like Onana's got a higher ceiling. Bruno waiting for the news of if Gabriel starts. He's looking good on the predicted lineups, to be fair. Hang on, let me get the right one. We've got no leaks yet, but I've literally got everything open where I could possibly get a team leak. So if one comes, we've got it covered. Ben Dinnery's predicted lineup has Gabriel to start. Keeping an eye on the tweet deck as well. This is promising from Newcastle. Anthony Gordon getting set up for Everton. I think that's as good as confirmation that he's fully fit. Buy him if you want to. Captain him if you want to. No, I don't think I'd captain him for the difficulty of the fixture. But yeah. Let me know if you can hear the rain through the mic. It's lashing it down. Got Man City predicted lineup from Emma Jump the Wave as well. Feeling very tired all of a sudden. It's been a bit of a mammoth week getting all the content done. Man City predicted lineup looks like Edison, Diaz, Walker, Akanji, Lewis, Stones, Ake, Bilva, Kovacic, Foden, Haaland, Alvarez. No one fancies Phillips. That's what I got from that. $53 minutes till the deadline. No leaks as things stand. Sam, is it smart to not have any Newcastle players because of the injuries? They're still performing. I wouldn't worry. Rizwan, which 3 to start from Saliba, Anderson, Livramento, Kufal and Zinchenko? A lot of different options there. I would start Saliba, Anderson and Zinchenko. Greg, yo Holly, who do I bench? Simicast, Gabriel or Lascelles? Lascelles. Mad about FPL. Roll and play Taylor or transferring Gabriel? I think I'd transfer in Gabriel. Any news for Chris Wood? Let's have a look. Chris Wood did well to get through the game. Definitely a few bumps and bruises. Whether they'll be available, I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see. Not particularly helpful, that one. Abdul says, new subscriber, looking forward to your future contents. Thank you, Abdul. Appreciate that, buddy. We've done pretty well on the new subscribers today. It's giving me hope that we can get to 30k by the end of the year. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, Help a girl out. Award-winning content right here. With 2 likes off 200 likes as well, by the way. I hope you're enjoying this maybe slightly quieter the stream than some. I'm sure it's packed out. One day maybe I'll have 1,000 of you watching for the deadline stream. We'll keep growing the channel, see what happens. Sorry, something just went a bit weird with my PC, but I think we're okay. We should be fine. It's busy, busy, busy. Andrew Yee, good to see you, Andrew. Totti or Livramento? Livramento. Keelan, start Visser or Bowen? Bowen. Hulst says triple captain Salah. Nah, not on a midweek game week with a new manager bounce. Nice one, Femi. NDM Gaming, keep Diaby or sell for Gordon? I think I'd sell for Gordon. Simon's off. Catch you soon, Simon. See you in the WhatsApp chat. Members WhatsApp chat, by the way. New tier now open due to popular demand. Some good guys in there already. Akshat says, do check out the new membership tier and join us on the WhatsApp. The more, the merrier. Probably have to limit it at 50, but we're all right for now. Mr. Site Matcher. Site Master. Bench Simicast or Lascelles? Lascelles. Travels with GG. Now, I am convinced on Mbermo, but we do need to be aware that he blanks in 4 game weeks' time. But if you've got a strong bench, you probably, most people will just be benching Haaland and Mbermo that week. I think he's the best option. Chantel, new subscriber, new to FPL from the Caribbean. Good to see you. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm hooked already. Sorry about that, Chantel. You're probably in too deep. I'm still trying to understand how you know your ranking, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, if you go on the FPL website, it's this little box on the right-hand side where it says points ranking. So you get your overall points, your overall rank, and it tells you how many players. And then if you click on game week history, you can then see your progress from week to week as well. Guys, if you are a bit newer to FPL, please make sure that you're asking questions. Like, there's no such thing as a silly question. Like, I'm happy to help anyone at whatever level you're at, whether this is your first season playing FPL or your 20th season playing FPL. It's just great to be able to help you guys. I just really appreciate you tuning in, liking the stream, subscribing, supporting the channel today. Going to be deadline streams now for the next few weeks all the way up to Christmas. And as VJ said, we are an award-winning channel. Did win the Football Content Awards for Best in Fantasy Football Video earlier this month, which, you know, still buzzing about. It was a big surprise. Very lucky. Let's head over to the tweet deck. We're 45 minutes out to the deadline. I just want to make sure we've not missed any leaks. It all looks quiet at the moment. Some more predicted lineups coming through, but I think that's about it right now. Yeah, we're good. I'm just going to put this page back up to remind you of the news that Gordon has trained today, and my advice is to keep him and start him this week. I don't have a Newcastle player. Should I bring one in this week? Not essential, but I do like Gordon. James replaced Cash. If you fancy the risk, if you're a Reece James fan, then get it done, but I'm personally not. Travels with Gigi. Thanks again, you're awesome, Al. Thank you. Mustafa, do I start Anderson, Gabriel, or Cher? Gabriel. Mini league code is QUEYCT. I believed it was in the description to the video, but I might be wrong. No, it is. It is in the description. Actually, has the award arrived yet? No, I need to chase Ed for that, actually. Play Simicast or Anderson? Simicast. Shatnell. Gordon or Trossard or Diaz? Gordon. Do you think Romero will start? Yeah, he'll be back in, absolutely. Is Simicast playing? It's a risk. Not nailed at all. Could any Chelsea assets be viable for game week 16? Yeah, absolutely. We look 16 to 20. Nicholas Jackson's in the top 10. I should imagine Palmer's in the top 20. As is Sterling. And then if you look at defensive assets, Badiashile, Colwell in the top 10. Thiago. Cucurella, could he be back in the top 20? Not as convinced on that one. Adam says, start Pedro or Ferguson or both. I prefer Pedro, I think. Just feel like more routes to points. Diaby or Watkins to bench? Diaby. Schwapnell says Gordon starting. I think he should be. And Burme blanks, but then might double pretty soon after. Yeah, that's a good point, Nick. Another reason. Debash says Solanke or Watkins to start. I would go with Watkins. Robert, can you give us a summary of the lineups? Yeah, well, you can get the predicted lineups in this article on Fantasy Football Hub, written by Ben Dinnery, the injury expert. There's a 30-day free trial right now for that. Using the link in the description to this video. You can be able to get that content and all the other Hub content for the next 6 game weeks. Mustafa, do I start Anderson, Gabriel or Shah? Gabriel. Tipu, -4, Mitchell for Porro. No, not worth it. Awamra, start 1, Maguire, Lascelles, Taylor and Eze. Eze shouldn't be playing. Probably Lascelles of those 3 defensive options. I don't think we've got any leaks yet, guys. I'm just having a quick check through. Check on the tweet deck. Yeah, nothing at the moment. Newcastle predicted lineup, by the way, looks to be Dubravka, Trippier, Cher, Livramento, Lascelles, Bruno G, Miley, Joe Linton, Almiron, Gordon, Isaac. Livramento, the biggest risk of missing out with a potential rotation with Hall this week. Don't think there's anything else significant at the moment, but as soon as there is, I'll let you know. I'll put my team back on screen in the meantime. 75% on the captain poll are going with Salah captain this week, which I think is a fair game. Haaland second on 15%, Son third on 5%, Saka fourth on 4%. VJ says, I have James, but he's a well-known FPL troll. I agree. No Arsenal team leaks of yet. Tom has said, is Alex Moreno an option since Cash is no longer one? No, I feel like Dean is still first choice on that left flank. Ishan says, hello, good to see you. Should I double up on Arsenal defender or play Diaz? I think if you've got Diaz, I'd play him in this game. Double Arsenal defence probably has legs this week, but not long term. Start Bowen over Alvarez. I think that's a tough call. It's a coin flip. Haaland or Salah captain? Salah for me, just. -4 Alvarez to Watkins? No, not for a hit. Debish, Onana or Areola to start? I would go Onana. Kinu, Saka for captain. I don't mind Saka captain. I'd be more convinced if we got a leak that is definitely in the 11 for tonight's game. It looks like I am all caught up on the chat, guys. So if I haven't answered your question, make sure you're getting in. The beauty of the quieter stream is that I can have the time to answer all your questions. A bit quieter this one than my normal press conference stream that was earlier. So do keep the questions coming. It's great to help as many of you out as possible. Gareth says, should I start Palmer or Lascelles? Got to be Palmer. Ahmed, first bench, Taylor or Wood? Taylor. I'm going to keep flicking it over to the tweet deck to see if there are any team leaks. It's good to see Gordon back in training, that picture. I can review everything from the press conferences. Actually, we're waiting for a few more questions to come in. Getting a bit cold, actually. Got my jumper on. Can't put any more layers on. Yeah, Gordon trained today with the group. From Wolves, Sarr has been in training. He felt fine. Aït-Nouri won't be in the squad. Pedro Neto still not back. And Kunku, a bit of a delay on his involvement, but shouldn't be long. Few little bits of injuries at Aston Villa, but nothing specific mentioned. Few injuries mounting up at Brentford, but Mbeumo's fine, as is Flecken. Jota and Alisson not going to be too long back for Liverpool. Trent, we could expect some rotation at Liverpool with Darwin and Tsimikas tomorrow. No new injuries for Brighton, but Matoma still to be checked. Schlupp back for Palace. Eze will be back soon. No sign of Botman or Barnes in Newcastle training, which is good news for Lascelles and Gordon owners. Nothing new from Fulham. Lavia and Madueke not going to be involved for Chelsea. Doku could be in contention for City, as the chance Calvin Phillips could start. New manager bounce maybe at Sheffield United. Nothing new from Bournemouth. Romero is back from suspension for Spurs. Calvert-Lewin could be available. Dubravka should play for Newcastle with Pope out. Tomiyasu will miss out for Arsenal with White back in, but he should be back soon and he is still first choice. That's about the main of it. We have got 37 minutes until the deadline. Keep the questions coming. We're going to kick off with Wolves v Burnley, and also tonight we've got Luton against Arsenal. So there are hopes that if there are any Arsenal leaks about, I'll have it covered for you guys today. I would not captain Trent. I hate captaining defenders in FPL, especially ones where the keeper, that is the star man in the team, is unavailable. Aaron Deep, in a couple of weeks, would you go Son to Gordon and then Lascelles to Trippier? Yeah, we need Trippier to get his ban out the way first. When he picks up his 5th yellow, which seems inevitable. Rizwan, which 3 to start from? Zinchenko, Saliba, Anderson, Livramento, Kufal. Saliba, Zinchenko and Anderson. Rohit, start one of Gabriel Alvarez, João Pedro. Probably João Pedro. I don't know. It was really tough, that one. Flip a coin. Nick says, do you make early moves to beat the price rises? I'm doing Edward to Isaac after the deadline today. No, I don't tend to. Unless it's a Friday transfer for a Saturday deadline. I always think information's key though. Wooly, play you doggy or gay? You doggy. Georgie's asking what team I support. You'll see there on screen now. I feel like I'm a bigger fan of FPL than supporting United at the minute. I don't know whether that's because of the situation at United, but I'm fully invested in FPL right now. I'm all in. I'm a huge FPL fan. I feel like I've become a more general fan of the Premier League than a club level fandom. F Monster, Watkins or Darwin? Watkins. Will João Pedro start? I think so. There's always a chance he doesn't. Abdul, I would hold. Twaman, don't know whether to take a hit to get in Trent or just use a free transfer to Simicast. Just use the free transfer. Oh, I wouldn't bring in Simicast this week because there's a chance he'll be benched. Robert wants to go Palmer or Gordon. I go with Gordon. Gordon in training today. Keep him. Start him. Buy him if you want to as well. Just going to hop over to the tweet deck. We're 33 minutes to the deadline. Interestingly, FPL have just tweeted that Bowen and Haaland are the players that scored the most points per away start so far this season. Does that influence your thinking? I do think that Bowen is a good pick this week. Rizwan, Captain Gordon against Everton. Bold, nice narrative, but I don't think I'd go there for captaincy. Amanda, your bench order, I would go with Taylor, Archie, Cash. Azaro, bench 2 of Simicast, Lascelles, Gay, Taylor. Bench Gay and Taylor. Mustafa, start Simicast or Anderson? Simicast. He-Chan, don't love him as a pick. Benjamin, start 3, bench 1. Simicast, Lascelles, Arsenal centre-backs. I'd bench Lascelles in that case. Ben says, I've got Diaz, Areola and Simicast on the bench. Is that worth a bench boost? Too much rotation in midweek football. Very nice person music. What a username. I'm struggling to decide between starting Lascelles v Everton or Diaby via lacking Man City side at home. I'd go for the attacking lineup there. Sam, I think Gordon will be benched and come on with 15 minutes left. I disagree. Hugo, is Trent a captain option? No, not with Alisson out. Captain Saka or Haaland? I lean towards Haaland unless we get a leak that Saka definitely starts. Manjit, who to bench? Gabriel, Simicast, Lascelles, Taylor, Zinchenko. Taylor. Linford, start Costas or Livramento? Costas. Sandeep's taking a -12. Good luck. Dipesh, Trippier to Trent for 16. Potentially, especially if Trippier gets booked. Hubert. Diaby to Huang. No. King Dro asking the no Salah gang. Captain Haaland or Son. They're both very good picks. I think you could toss a coin. Ishak, should I start Stones or Isaac? Gotta be Isaac. If there's a City Brentford double, how many double-in players will you have? Don't know yet. We'll see when we get there. Prince has said Martinelli or Mitoma. I mean, Martinelli, we know he's fit, so it's got to be Martinelli. Robert, would you start Alvarez or Solanke? I think that was a question. It's just disappeared in front of my eyes. Alvarez. Tamin, Lascelles or Taylor or Diaby, who to bench? Taylor. Is Isaac a good choice for the next 2 games? Yes. Sandeep, considering bench boost with Buddy Shield, Diaby, Areola? No. Bench boost is not a good idea for a midweek round of games in a congested schedule. Linford says 30 minutes until the deadline. Let's see if we've got any other leaks coming through. It's quiet at the moment, guys. I was just making sure I've not missed anything. Keep hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel as well, by the way. Nearly 200 of you in, which is amazing. So thank you. I'm to the end of the chat, guys. So, you know, keep those questions coming. There's a good chance you'll get it answered. Sean says Captain Salah or Haaland. I'm on Salah over Haaland right now. I think that's the way to go. Salah, Haaland, Son, Saka would be my top 4 in that order. Enrique, yeah, all of them good options. Ronnie says Sanchez or Steele. Sanchez. That's all right, Robert. No worries. David, are Martinelli and Alvarez worth holding? I think Alvarez time's probably up. Martinelli, I still think will do well. Can do a -4 to get Saka and another striker. Yeah, I think to get Saka in, it's worth it. Best time to bench boost would be when it's a double game week, unless you've got a single game week where players are well rested and a good run of, you know, fixtures. What should I do with Darwin? Hold him, hope for the best. Start him, hold him, hope. In that order. Mustafa start and bench. I would bench Share and Anderson. Kate's asked what mic and camera am I using. So I'm using the Shure MV7 mic and my camera is my iPhone on continuity mode. It's an iPhone 13 Pro. I was tempted to upgrade, but I haven't done it at the moment. Ramdu, do we know if Bentley starts for Wolves? I don't think I've seen any leaks yet. Unfortunately. We're keeping an eye out, though. Still got 27 minutes to go. So they could come. I've literally got everything open. I've got WhatsApp open. I've got Discord open. Everything's open. So if there is a leak, you'll hear it here. Ryan says Quang for Diaby. Don't love it. Aditya, start you Doggy or Gay. I'd start you Doggy. Ivo, start Darwin or Solanke. Darwin. Abdul. Bowen's away form is incredible, but Watkins is playing a City side without Rodri. I wouldn't want to go without either of them, if I'm honest. Salah fingers. Need to upgrade Baptiste. Should I go Kudus or Palmer? Palmer. Random YouTube. Elanga or Hoyland? Elanga. Adam, do you think Ferguson starts? Yep. Scott, starts Simicast, Colwell or Romero? Simicast. Greg, Dubravka, Trippier and Lascelles on a 1 week punt before outing the latter next week. Yeah, go for it. Rob, play Gay or Simicast? Simicast. Tanisha is triple captain Salah. Don't do it. This is not the week for playing a chip. Midweeks are just awful. Oh, nice one, Linford. Ronnie, should I play Darwin, Willian or Doku? Darwin. Sandy, Palmer or Diaby? Palmer. Tanisha, your visuals are great. Very clear. Thank you. Kate says, what Mac are you using? It's a 2019 Mac. I don't know what else I can tell you off the top of my head. Needs an upgrade. It's struggling a bit. I need to get one of them M1 chip thingies. I'm on Intel. Zara, start Palmer or Gordon? With my strikers being Solanke, Haaland, Watkins. Gordon. Yeah, Gabriel's fine, Black. William. Bowen and Alvarez. Bowen's. Alex, you doggy or Porro? 1 free transfer, Porro. Rizwan, with blank game week in mind, I consider Kulusevski in for Foden from game week 17. Thoughts? Yeah, that works. I think there's probably better options than Kulu. We'll see where we are when we get to that point, shall we? There's almost 200 of you in. Thank you for joining me, guys. I'm starting to struggle to keep up with the chat again. Zara, I would start Gordon. Please don't spam the chat. Oh, thank you, John. Yeah, I did have a haircut last week. Karim, Salah play on? No. Yeah, he should play. William, Bowen or Kuna? Bowen. Salah start or no? Hopefully you will. Palmer or Worcester start? Palmer more likely. How likely do I think of a Newcastle clean sheet? But I think it's pretty good. Which Chelsea asset is a good differential? I don't think we're there yet for Chelsea. Andrew, would you downgrade to fit in Trippier, please? Trippier 1 yellow off the ban, so I wouldn't rip up my team for it. Retip, Turner to Bravka, Cash to Pedro. Do you mean Porro? Pedro Porro or Roll? Cash to Porro. Abdul, I have Son, Salah and Bomo, Palmer, Bowen, Watkins, Darwin and Haaland. I need to bench 1. Darwin? I'm just not convinced Darwin starts. Let's have a look to check the tweet deck. See if there's anything dropping. We are 20 minutes away from the deadline. No leaks as things stand. But I've got everything open, so if we get anything, you'll hear it here. I've lost the chat now as well. Where's the chat gone? There we go. Can't lose you guys. No leaks yet. I would... Rashid, I would bench Cash. Ivo says the potato Mac. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is Sterling a good shout? Yeah, it could be. I'm just not a big fan. I really don't like Kuna as a differential. Rustam says Happy New Year. Am I at 30k already? I'm refusing to start 2024 until I've got 30k subs. Oh dear. Liz, should we buy Vicario? Don't love it. Who to bench, Eduardo or Lascelles? Lascelles. Will Trossard start? No. Not guaranteed. Is Gordon fit? Yes. Salah hat-trick? Let's hope so. Liam, who should I start Ferguson over? Lascelles, Simicast, Saliba, Trippier, or leave as is? Lascelles. I feel a sneeze coming. Taufik, who to bench, James or Lascelles? James. Tell you what, these double live streams are brutal. HMQ, Captain Son or Salah? Do I risk it for a biscuit? If you fancy Son, go for it. Don't let me hold you back. I think his name is in the frame. We've still got no leaks. I've got everything covered though. Be disappointed if we get nothing. There's a chance we get nothing. Just got to be prepared for it. The tweet deck's open. And it's all quiet. I'm going to leave the tweet deck up. Because I feel like that's where we need to be at the moment. I keep losing the chat, which is a nightmare. No Wolves news either. Got nothing at the minute. Chelsea defence going forward, yeah, but not this week. -4 for Dubravka, no. Femi with a benching dilemma. Diaz, Palmer, Alvarez. Palmer. Medicant. Good luck, Holly. I'm going to need it. I sold Watkins for Kuna. So could get Trent in. Wow. Bold moves. Good luck. Mohammed, James or Porro? Porro. No leaks yet, guys, I'm afraid. This is interesting from Scott, by the way. Here is a leak. Doku is out. That's just come up. That's from FPL Main Road, who's been a very good... he's obviously failed a fitness test today. It's good news for Alvarez owners. I'm just going to update that on the graphic. Just give me a minute to do it. Pray that my PC doesn't crash. I know there's probably not any Doku owners in, but it does give a bit more context for the strength or lack of for Man City going into this game. Oh no, this is not going to like saving. Yeah. If you're a Doku owner, then I would sell. Hopefully that's going to update on your screens. Yeah, it has, look. That's it for now. Doku out. I've completely lost my place in the chat now while I've been updating that. So I'm just going to have to... I can't keep up with the chat now. It's going too quickly, it's close to the deadline. But I will prioritise any member questions. Scott has said... That's got me thinking that thing about Captain Haaland. Point to prove, mad. I think he'll do well this week. We've got 15 minutes until the deadline. I will be prioritising the member questions. Nelson has said, what does the Doku news mean for Foden? It's good news for Foden. He could be on the left. VJ, great liking today. Gold medal for all of you. Time to lock in. Yeah, we've done a great job. We've got up to 225 likes. There's still 200 of you watching. Good news for Haaland as well, I think. Doku out the squad. Shamil with a thinking face. What are you thinking, Shamil? I still don't know if I trust City with Rodri. No Rodri is a loss, in my opinion. No other team news as things stand, I'm afraid, guys. That Doku one was key, though. I've got everything open, so anything else, we'll have it covered. Shamil, hope Gabriel starts. Yeah, me too. Again, not confirmed. There's a chance he could miss out, but all the predictions point to a start. No news is good news, right, in terms of Arsenal leaks. Scott said, great stream today, Holly. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Clark fam, should I start Palmer or Douglas Luiz? Palmer. Liz, what about Odegaard? No leaks? This is the news for Doku. Maybe on the bench, just won't be starting. Maybe I should, instead of saying Doku out, I'll say Doku won't start. That'd be more representative. So he could still be in contention to play a small part. Completely lost the graphic altogether. There we go. Yeah, we're still very quiet on leaks for today's games, guys. Keep checking everything, but yeah, nothing firm for today's games as things stand. I've lost the chat again. What do I think of Dubravka? I think, yeah, should be fine. Looks like Stones could start for City. As well, as per this leak. If anyone was... I know that everyone's in waiting for Arsenal team news, but I can only report what's there, guys. Sorry, just trying to update the graphic again with the Stones news. I mean, I'd happily take a leak that Haaland starts from FPL Main Road. Shall I reply to him? I mean, there's always stuff that can come up between now and tomorrow. Yeah, Pope's out for 4 to 5 months with a dislocated shoulder. Dubravka's going to be coming in and starting. Um, 10 minutes to deadline. This is my team. I'm rolling the free transfer. I am captaining Salah, vice-captain Haaland. Gordon was spotted in training today and it is assumed that he is fit to play. So I would hold him and start him in your squad. I would even buy him this week if you wanted to. There's no way I can... Yeah, 4 to 5 months, Sam, not 45. Sorry, I should have enunciated that better. There's no way I can keep up with the questions in the chat right now. It's gone absolutely mental, but I'll answer as many as I can. Right. Not a leak for Arsenal, but a rumour. Ben White and Kai Havertz to return to the 11, which I think makes sense. Because Tomiyasu's injured, and yeah, I think that's probably about right. So White and Havertz. What's going on? I'm back. Sorry, I think I must have just knocked the mic and it muted me. Thank you for letting me know. Apologies, guys. Almost at the crucial moment as well. Thank you for sticking with me. Can you hear me? I think you should be able to. It looks like it on my thing now. Oh, it's back. Thank goodness. Yeah, I just knocked the mic somehow. I think it was when I was updating the team news. Dodgy cable. Don't know if we're going to get any more leaks. Keep an eye out. Seven minutes to deadline. Just making sure I've not missed any member questions. I'm lagging. Am I lagging? Hopefully not. I don't know if we're going to get anything else. That could be a lot. I'm going to put my team back on screen, but I'm going to have the tweet deck open in another tab. So if there's anything else that comes up, I'm still going to have it covered, but I thought it'd be more useful at this point for you to see my team. And I can jump on answering any more of your questions in the meantime. Just making sure that... Oh, wrong tab. That I don't miss anything else important. I think we're good though. Scott says I need to put my partner and kids to work as support for your stream. I mean, they're all out the house to stop distracting me. That's as good as it's going to get. Shamil has got his transfers done. All feels very calm all of a sudden. David says start Mitchell or Taylor. Taylor. Predicted lineup for City tomorrow. Rico, Akanji, Diaz, Ake, Stones into midfield, Bernardo. Yeah, that's why Stones is back to play midfield. Kovacic, Alvarez, Foden, Haaland. Interesting if that happens. 5 minutes to deadline. Lock in. I mean, the amount of delayed comments makes me think that some of you may be a bit behind stream and you've got... the deadline could be gone by the time you hear this. Let's see, though. Start Taylor or Castagne? Taylor. Porro or Taylor? I'd go Porro. I'd start Diaby. 5.5 million midfielders is not a great selection. Dingra is the one, in my opinion. Four minutes out, guys. If you haven't done so and you're finding the stream useful, if you've joined me today, if I've answered your question, hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. Shamil is locked in. Captain Salah, good luck. Hope it goes well. Who else is on Captain Salah? Give me a shout in the chat. Another predicted 11 for City. With Foden and Silva. Stones in midfield. Linford is locked in. Scott, start one of Cash, Branthwaite or Mitchell. Mitchell. VJ is locked as well. Great work. Please do not triple captain this week, guys. I keep seeing the suggestions and I don't like them. Not loving them at all. It's been a quiet week for leaks, I've got to admit. I'd have liked to have got some news from Arsenal, but if it's not there, it's not there. I was across everything, so 2 minutes out. If you haven't locked in already, get it done. Scott is locked. VJ is locked. Linford is locked. Akshat is locked with Salah captain. Karim as captain Lascelles. You've got 2 minutes. Change it. Liz has had enough. Liz is off. Well, it is what it is. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think we're going to get any more leaks. Have to see what the next week brings. I'm excited for this game week though, guys. having a young family, I feel like I don't always get to watch the football live on a weekend. So to have all of these matches on in an evening is great. I don't know how pleased my other half will be because he's not the biggest football fan. We'll see. I think that's it though, guys. The deadline is here. In terms of content for the next few days, there won't be anything tomorrow. On Thursday, I'll be back with an early look at team selection for next week. Well, I say for next week. Deadline on Saturday, isn't it? So I'll be back for game week 16 team selection. I'll probably post that on Thursday. We'll have the press conference stream as normal on Friday. And I am planning to do a deadline stream on Saturday. So I think that's important. Keeping up with the deadline streams is the plan. So if you have enjoyed this one, make sure you're subscribed. And if you hit the notify button as well, that will tell you whenever I've gone live as well. So that's what I would do in terms of that. There's it's a busy game week coming up. So I do hope everyone has a good one. In my experience, midweek game weeks can be a bit brutal. So, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I just want to say good luck to everyone. Thank you for the amazing support on the channel this week, as well as always. I'm enjoying the WhatsApp group chat with the members. So thank you to those of you that have pledged at that tier. And all that's left for me to say is good luck. I'll be back on Friday with the next stream. 4 streams in a week is spoiling you guys. Have a good one. I'll be back soon. Thanks very much.